Mic check 212. Mic check 212. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, do not change the channel. We are back with another episode of Drinks and Convos, baby. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We in here. I got a very, very special guest today, man. The homies here. I'm gonna introduce him in a minute, but you know I gotta get the my plugs out the way. Make sure y'all follow us everywhere at Drinks and Convos on all platforms. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you share the video, like and subscribe. Send it to your peoples at home. Make sure they watch it. You know what I'm saying? Spread the love with the videos. We really appreciate that. But without further ado, let's get into this episode today. I got my mans here. I've been doing this, man, since about what, 4th grade. We've been homies since the 4th grade. We go way back. He has since been very successful in his endeavors in football and reaching out to the youth and doing all types of training and coaching. I'm gonna let him tell more about it, of course. But none other than my boy B. Sean is in the building.
I appreciate you having me.
You already know. You already know how to get you on the show, man. I ain't seen this man
In a couple years. It's been a year.
Yeah, it's been like a year.
Because it was my graduation. Saw you at
Facts.
the treehouse.
Yeah, we seen each other in the club, but before that, it was like
Years.
forever. Finally linked back up. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, back at it. Just got you on the show to check in with you. How you doing? You know what I'm saying? How you feeling?
Man, things are great. Can't complain at all, man.
For sure. What you been up to like ever since school, college, afterwards?
I graduated from college. Like I said, I started coaching right away. Didn't think it was something I wanted to do at all. Did not want to coach. Fell in love with it. Coached at Northwest for a year. Now I'm in New Miami. Smaller school, but I'm a defensive coordinator. Get to do my thing. Call my own plays. You know, we did our thing. Started a little personal trainer business. Trained a couple of athletes. Got some guys going to play D1 football. A couple of JUCO basketball players. You know, I got some talent with me.
For sure.
Then I started a lawn care company with one of my best friends from college. So, you know, I'm just trying to get it each and every way.
For sure. I feel it. Got to. When you said, because I felt you on that one, as a athlete myself, when you said, like, you ain't really want to get out there and start coaching for real, what was it that made you, like, kind of change your mind and, like, all right, I'm gonna go ahead and do this?
And so what it was is I couldn't find a career in my major. I majored in sports administration. I wanted to work in, like, game operations. Couldn't find nothing. So one of my college coaches was like, man, just go give it a shot. Go coach. Like, see if you like it. Yeah. So I did it, and I fell in love with it. It was, you know, like I said, I told you earlier, like, man, it's hard when you first graduate school and you're like, man, what am I going to do? Like, I ain't playing ball no more. Like, I struggled with that a lot. Mm-hmm. So that was my way of, you know, being close with the game still.
Facts.
I love helping the kids, man. So
for sure.
It's easy. It's fun.
For sure. At the end of the day, it's about the youth. For sure. Earlier you were saying something about before the coaching giving that professional part of football a look, but you end up not doing that.
Yeah. So I trained a little bit after I got done. Did an interview with Gridiron Cruise and was trying to get my name out there. I was trying to look more, you know, towards arena football and Canadian League. I was trying to get my name out there, but I ended up just saying, you know what, let me go ahead and focus on other things. I had a lot of knee problems. Knees were screwed. It took me about a year for me to get that pain away. Mm-hmm. Sometimes I still think about it, like every once in a while, like, man, maybe I'd go try arena ball, but I like being healthy. Like I said, I'm trying to see how far I can take this coaching.
Right.
But it was definitely a possibility at one point.
Because I know that expectancy in, like, as far as long-term in football isn't really that high for real.
No, it's not. I mean, shoot, I'll be honest with you. They say CTE is real. I got it. I believe I got it. That expectancy, that was one thing. Like, you realize you got a short chance and short window to make it happen, and your health start taking the priority.
For sure. Ain't nothing wrong with it. As an athlete myself, I feel you on that. As far as that longevity and then graduating, trying to figure out what you're trying to do, you know what I'm saying, the whole nine. So that's good though, you know what I'm saying, giving back. Coached at our former high school. And how was that, man, going back to Northwest to coach?
Man, it was different because a lot of the kids knew who I was.
Yeah.
And they would try to treat me like Big Bro at first instead of Coach Sean. So, you know, that was an adjustment for me at first. I mean, it was cool. I liked it there, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
Just had a better opportunity elsewhere, and it's probably the best thing for me to do is to get away from the community, branch out and really try to help people around the whole city instead of just that small community.
Right.
But it was different. I mean, kids are a little cocky, it's got a little swagger to it like we was there, but it's a little different for sure.
Yeah, you can see some of yourself in some of the kids.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. That's what's up though, man. That's what's up. You giving back, helping groom the youth, the next generation of athletes and just, good kids in general, you know what I'm saying? I remember, growing up, being friends with you, your sisters, knowing your mom, your pops. Y'all always had a solid family, man. Y'all always had a good family. You know what I mean? Y'all was good peoples. And your moms was always, like, in the school district doing stuff for kids night and day. You know what I'm saying?
Get away from it. She just now finally retiring from it. Like, stop doing it. Like,
really?
I mean, we ain't had no kid from Northwest play, like, in our family play sports in 3 years. She just couldn't stay away. Yeah. That's how she is. She just loved giving up back.
Yep.
But you know how it is. Your family's involved with the youth, too, so it's the same way.
Yep, for sure. Yep. They groom some good kids, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to our parents. Nah, though. So what you on now? Now you coaching. Now you got your training. Do you have like a set gym, or you just popping up at different spots, or what?
Yeah, so right now I kind of got a spot at my mom's house where I train. It's kind of like a little workout room because you probably don't know. We used to live like on Pippin, and we live off of Old Coleraine. It's kind of like a barn, like a farm. Like we got animals now. Like I'm talking like cows, chickens.
Okay, then I'm gonna have to pull up.
Yeah, it's a little different. Like I'm still not used to. Like I tell people all the time, like, well, listen, I'm not country. We just moved here.
Right, facts.
But no, it's cool. I got a little workout room there. I mean, I train the kids there, and I even sometimes will go any field. Because your field's open to anybody, so we'll go there. Go to the harbor, go to the sand pit a lot, but do a lot of it at my mom's house. And there, training got a little workout room is what I call it, a little grind room. For
sure. You got like social media and stuff for that?
Yeah, I got it's called Dreamcatcher Training 513. It's I think that's my Twitter, Instagram, and then the Facebook's just Dreamcatcher Training.
There y'all go, Dreamcatcher.
Make sure you follow Coach Shone on Twitter too. Trying to do big things on the coaching side.
Yes, sir. Go do all that. Make it happen. So after this, of course you want to coach in college and NFL wise or nah?
I have no aspirations in NFL.
Okay.
College, I'm not sure yet. I know 100% high school is I love because I'm able to help the youth. Like that's big to me. I've always wanted to give back. It's my way of doing it. College, I want to go get my master's, but I want to get paid for it. So I'm looking at that graduate assistant route.
Okay.
And give it 2 years and do that for 2 years and see if it's what I want. But I think ultimately I'll end up back in high school just because. You're able to do your own thing too. I can venture off into different businesses because I want to own like 4 businesses. That's the goal. Like
for sure.
So I'm trying to do all that, and I think high school coaching allows me to do that.
Right, that flexibility.
Yep.
Yeah, for sure. No doubt. What's the Could you say you got a lawn care, right?
Yep.
What's the other ones that you trying to venture into?
So I got that, the personal training. I want to get into real estate. I want to have a bunch of rental properties. Me and Cam talk about it all the time. Like just waiting for that right opportunity. 4th one, I'm not sure yet. I just know I've always said I want to own 4 businesses, so I'm gonna make it happen somehow, some way. I'm keeping my options open. Like I tell my boys all the time, like you got an idea, bring it to me. Like because I can make it all happen. You just gotta bring something to the table.
For sure. That's facts. That's what's up. So how long you had the lawn care though? So
man, it's only been about 5 months. 5 months. But we started off late. We took off. It took about a month, and we was rolling. We started with nothing, literally nothing. Taking other people's stuff, like using my dad's stuff, taking his dad's stuff, and then, man, we just started really grinding. Man, we was working day in, day night, day out, just getting to it anyway.
That's what's up. So it's just you and one other person?
Yeah, one of my best friends from college. Yup.
Okay.
He hit me up actually. He was like, bro, let's go ahead and start this.
Yeah.
We both got a vision for it, I don't want to be out there cutting grass every day.
For sure.
Do it for the next year or so, and then we're trying to take off, get employees, and
keep expanding.
Making us money while we ain't even doing it.
That's facts. That's what's up, man.
Hey, speaking of adventures, getting into a kids camp coming up soon.
Okay.
Trying to get
let us know.
Kids camp for the community.
Let us know.
Be on the lookout for that. Next summer coming up.
Next summer. What's the name of the camp? Is it gonna be Dreamcatcher?
No, I think I'm gonna just do it with my name. do a little nonprofit, do like Coach Shone's kid camp. You know, that was a dream of mine as a kid. I was like, I want to do a kid camp because you go to them hoop camps or them football camps and it's Michael Jordan, LeBron's, Ray Lewis. Like you, like man, I want to do that one day. So that's been a dream of mine. I'm like, I'm gonna make it happen this year.
Big facts. That's what's up. So y'all make sure I look out for that. Kids camp coming this summer.
Yep, this summer.
Coming this summer, 2021, man. Stay on the lookout. That again, make sure you follow them everywhere at Dreamcatcher513 and Dreamcatcher. And what's your Twitter, Coach Sean?
Yep, Coach Sean.
And then Coach Sean, man. That's what's up, man. I'm happy to see you doing good. You know what I'm saying? It's always good to see people from school, out here doing their thing and not on a lot of, nonsense. For sure. It's always good to stay in contact with people though. Over the years, you know what I'm saying? Really building that relationship. Man, it's crazy. It's crazy. We got some stories. We got some stories to tell. got a lot to talk about.
4th grade, man. That's crazy.
4th grade. It's crazy, man. That's real relationships right there. You see that?
There's goals for you, man.
It's real relationships.
Stay in contact, grind to the top.
For sure. Ain't nothing wrong with staying in contact with a person that you knew from your childhood. Ain't nothing wrong with that. As long as that person is out here doing what they supposed to do and they don't know, no nonsense, or whatever. But as an athlete that just graduated from college, talk about that a little bit. Like how it was being a collegiate athlete, you know what I'm saying? Making sure you make the grades, making sure that, your head was still on straight for practices and games and, all that type of stuff.
Yeah, so I had a real unique situation where, I transferred a lot. Left Notre Dame, it was different. That taught me what a college athlete was, man. We had 6 a.m. practice all season long. And so you was built different when you was at that level, man. You gotta get up every day, be on top of it. Your grades gotta be A1. Like they're not playing that. If your grades ain't right, you out of school. Like so that's a big thing. And then you just gotta separate yourself, man. It's a nonstop grind. You gotta figure out what everybody else is doing and not do it. Right. You gotta do what's different,
Mm-hmm.
You know how it is. It's one of the hardest things you do, but it's one of the best things I did. I would never tell somebody not to go play college sports. I met some of my best friends. I met some of the best memories. I mean, I know people across the country because of football. It was probably the best thing I ever did was go play ball.
How many different spots did you transfer to?
Let's see. I started off at Notre Dame College. Was there for a semester. Played as a freshman, but they lied about some scholarship money, so I ended up transferring. Went home for a little bit. Was in Miami Hamilton just to keep my grades up. Then I went to Hanover College up in Indiana, and it just wasn't a good fit, man. I just didn't fit in there. I was struggling academically. Wasn't the best fit for me football wise either. So I talked to some of my boys, was in Muskego, and they was like, man, come give football one more chance. I was about to give up. I was like, man, I'm done. Like, this just ain't for me no more. Yeah. Went there, man. It was probably the best decision I ever made. I mean, I found family, man, in a small town. It was like 2,000 people in the town. We had 2 pizza places and 2 gas stations, and that's it.
I know that could be.
Whole town.
Where's that school at?
Up in New Concord, Ohio. It's like past Zanesville going towards PA. Middle of nowhere. Ain't nothing there.
I know that could be.
So I transferred a lot. Found family though, for sure.
For sure. That's important. Sticking to the process, man. Sticking to the process. I know a lot of times, like you said, be moments where you want to give up and things like that, but sticking to the course, and change that outcome and end up really loving it. How many people you stay in contact with, like as far as people like we went to school with and stuff?
I would say, man, when we first graduated college or high school, decent amount. The older we get, the kind of less I'm kind of making my circle more tight. You know what I'm saying? I'm starting to realize I don't need all of them dudes in my circle. It's probably about 3 that I talk to on a weekly basis. It's probably about 10 total that I'm really locked in with for life. You know what I'm saying? That I rock with, like you, Cam, with Fogey, Josh. Like there's certain people I rock with forever, but there's other people like you gotta love them from a distance. So I would say only about 10 people for real, if that.
Yeah, definitely gotta love people from a distance sometimes. No love lost. Just
none at all.
Yeah, just gotta love them from a distance. Ain't nothing wrong with it. When you left school and you was trying to figure everything out, you came back to Cincinnati. You ain't stay up there, right?
Right. Came back home. Yeah. My original goal was I wasn't even trying to come back to the city. Okay. I didn't want to, but like I said, it's all in God's hands.
Facts.
Came back. Definitely had no plans, intentions of coming home at all, and just didn't work out how I planned.
Mm-hmm. What were you trying to do? You trying to like go to a different city, state?
Yeah, my goal was to ball somewhere.
Right.
If I couldn't, I was trying to find a job for a sports team down south. Because
Mm-hmm.
I got family down in Georgia, and I love Georgia. Down
Sure.
south vibe, South Carolina, that type of area.
For sure.
So I was trying to go down there and just couldn't find a job down there. Like, and I found one, but it was like I had to be there before I graduated, and couldn't do that obviously. So ended up back here.
For sure. Life, takes us unexpected turns sometimes. Ain't nothing wrong with it, but you still fighting on your feet.
Yeah,
Got your business going and training and coaching. Talk about that training though a little bit. So it's like you pop up to different spots. You been building up your clientele. How your clientele now?
Yeah, so starting off, I did nothing but football players because that's all I knew.
Right.
I was a little nervous, but I had three girls that actually went to Coleraine High School, graduated the same year as us. They hit me up like, "Hey, we want to train."
Okay.
And I'm like, all right, like I'm a little nervous. I ain't never trained girls, like what I'm saying. Like I know football players. That's what I know.
Yeah.
Speed, agility, lifting. Like I kind of do a little of everything. But then I ventured off to them, so I've got a couple other girl clients that I've trained too. So I kind of do a little of everything. I've done kids from young as 10 years old to dudes that's our age. Like, so I've done everything. I'm starting to get more focused on the agility part, lifting, and a little bit of yoga.
Okay.
Yoga's
Yoga.
my go-to. I wish I would have done it when I was playing ball.
Yeah.
That stuff gets your body right, and everybody loves it after they do it. So I'm working on getting that certification so I can get that going. But yeah, I kind of train a little of everybody. Kind of just started off with a kid we went to high school with. He graduated a year before us, named Colin Davis. Started training him. He lost like 30 pounds off the bat, like just after 3 months with me.
That's what's
And
up.
him, and then I had a couple football players like Diego Miri. He's going to Bowling Green. It was like a group of them. It was like 6 of them. They just kind of bought into what I said. A lot of them started seeing results, and I've been having people ever since just hit me up like, "Hey, trying to get it in. Let's get it going."
That's what's up, man. You always been a very hard working dude, like always. You was always on some different stuff.
So I'm a go getter, man. Like, I ain't letting shit like slide. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to get it. Like
For
it's
sure.
mine. The world. That's why I tell people all the time, man. Like we 24, 25. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to take the world over before we hit 30. Like
Man, me
by
and
the
you
time
both.
I'm 29, I'm trying to be on top. Like I'm trying to show everybody else like this shit can be done before
Exactly.
you hit 30. Like you ain't gotta wait. Like I tell people, age doesn't equal experience.
Facts.
Your experience comes from what you go and put in yourself.
Yes, sir. I better listen to that. That's good words right there. For sure. So you moving around, doing your thing. You know what I'm saying? Making stuff happen. You gotta, you know what I'm saying? You gotta shorten your life or something like that. You know.
I'm telling right now, man. I ain't got nothing serious going on right now, man. I mean, sometimes I want something, but then again, it's like I don't know. You feel me? Like I'm just doing so much. I don't know if anybody can like deal with that. But still love my black girls. Cam makes fun of me all the time.
For
You
sure.
heard it right there.
This
Coach
is
Sean loves the black girls.
white chocolate right here. I better recognize.
Nah, I ain't got nothing serious, man. I think I'm getting to that point in my life where I'm starting to get ready for it. But as of right now, I ain't got nobody. Nope.
Yeah, for sure. We getting older and starting to approach that age.
Yeah,
It's
it's
like,
about that time. Like you got a little somebody in her,
Yeah,
Hers doing pretty good.
Yeah, I got a little song. She probably watching, so
Checking it out.
You know what I'm saying? What's up, babe? It's like, but yeah, I got me a little song. You know what I'm saying? I threw my player ways away a little while ago.
Man. I'm trying to get like that.
It can be how can I word this without getting in trouble? It can be a struggle. I'm just leave it at that.
Hey, it's cool though. I know what you mean. Like, you got your ups and downs.
For sure.
Just like anything else in life.
Yeah, for sure. Ain't nothing wrong with it.
What you ride with yours?
It's been a minute though, man. Like to actually sit down and have a conversation there, and not being in a club or something like that. Just actually sitting down with each other and being able to talk. Been a while. I be asking Cam this all the time. You know what I'm saying? What happened to Northwest when I left, bruh? Y'all got the tripping over there.
Man, it's
Yeah.
You know how it is, man. Like I said, ups and downs. Like,
Hey, I was like, yo, this ain't the same school I just came from.
yeah,
It got
stuff happens.
real interesting over there.
Let's leave it at that.
Oh, shoot. Yeah, man.
Man, I love that place though, man. It's part of me for sure.
Yeah, for sure, man. Northwest, that whole, school district, man. It was some good people, met some great teachers, good friends, all that type of stuff. Be shown if you had to tell your younger self, I know we ain't that much older, but we have gained that experience.
Right.
We've been through a lot. If you had to tell your younger self, your high school self, maybe about sophomore, junior year of high school, if you had to tell yourself one thing, what would it be?
Man, bet on yourself. I feel like the older I get now, since I probably was 19 till now, I bet on myself every time. Like I double down on it. I feel like there was times in high school I didn't.
Right.
And I look back and wish I did sometimes. That'd be definitely the biggest things. That and you know what? Be proud of yourself. Proud of where you're going. For sure, that'd be the two things.
Bet on yourself. Be proud of yourself. Y'all take that in. Bet on yourself. Sometimes you got to take matters into your own hands.
Thanks.
It be like that. You can't wait on somebody to hold your hand or baby you out here. You know what I'm saying? Especially when times get tough. All you got in your corner really is you and whatever your belief system is. And, you may have some family in your corner, but at the end of the day, you got to go out there and get it. You know what I'm saying? To the best of your abilities. And it's okay to ask for help. Ain't nothing wrong with asking for help at all. But at the same time, you got to be willing to help yourself. You feel?
We both know that better than anybody should.
Yeah.
Your college story a little different too.
Yeah, for sure.
We both know.
For sure.
Been through different situations. Yeah, it's always betting on yourself.
My college situation definitely didn't pan out the way that I dreamed it to be or wanted to be starting off. But at the end of the day, I was able to make things happen, and for damn sure proud of myself.
Always.
For everything that I've accomplished thus far and looking to accomplish in the future. So, to all the athletes out there, to all the dreamers, man, at the end of the day, of course you want the best for yourself. You work hard towards it, dream about it, all that good stuff, and maybe it don't work out the way you want it to work out, which is okay. It ain't the end of the road. You know what I'm saying? It's you get knocked down, but you get back up. So take it from two guys that know for sure that definitely could have been and should have been in different positions. As far as that, college piece and stuff.
Yeah,
Wouldn't you agree?
100%.
Yeah, for sure.
Definitely wish I would have took some different stuff into consideration before I signed, but it's all good.
Yeah, sorry.
Everything worked out for how it was supposed to. You know what I'm saying? I had a great career.
Exactly.
Got my degree. I got the two things that mattered the most. Had a great time. Balled out at every place I was at. Got my degree.
That's all that matters, man. Once you walk across that stage, can't nobody take that from you.
Man, I don't know about you. I'm telling you, gonna love that feeling, man. That was probably the best feeling ever. Like, because me, I was never a big school person at all.
Yeah.
I remember I had a teacher, so I actually work at Northwest here and there too, like subbing or whatever when I ain't doing other jobs. So I was talking to a teacher, and he actually told me that he didn't think I would graduate because I didn't take school serious enough. He said, I thought after you transferred the first time it was over, you was never going to graduate. He's like, you graduated, and there's kids that were smarter than you that didn't even finish their first year. And I was like, that's the difference. I'm built different. Like I tell people all the time, I'm built different. I grind different. Like I went and got that degree, and you a teacher and you thought I wasn't. Like that motivated me even more.
That's facts. For all the teachers out there, don't be so quick to judge either. Your students or whatever the case may be. But yeah, this dude, I've been knowing this dude for forever. Definitely a fighter. I remember we was on a basketball team together in middle school. That was the funniest. Middle school.
The concussion?
Yeah.
Remember your dad ran over.
Yeah.
Remember the pattern was right here and my head hit here like.
My man.
Yeah, go ahead and tell
You ain't never seen nobody work as hard as this dude right here. I ain't gonna hold y'all. My man's, I forget what it was. It was like a loose ball or something.
Yeah, I was going for the rebound.
Yeah, going for the rebound, and then it was a loose ball. My man dived for the ball, smacked his head on the wall.
Concussion. Dad ran over. His dad, I remember your dad stood up right away, pointed. He got a concussion. I'm saying, don't fell back down.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's when I realized basketball wasn't for me. I kind of stopped growing at that point. But I was like 5'7" in 8th grade, man.
Yeah.
And I'm 5'8" now. Like I just stopped growing.
Yeah,
that was definitely
That was the funniest, bro. Middle school was probably middle school top 5 funniest.
That whole hoop team was funny though.
Yeah.
Like looking back at it, like we had Big Mike Smith on the team.
Man, Mike Smith,
Todd, Damon,
Ayers.
Cody, Ayers. Like our whole team was funny.
Man, that was a funny team. We was good though. We didn't lose.
Yeah, we undefeated that year.
We
I
was
mean, I ain't do
undefeated.
much. I was just, we get up big. I got the rebound after. That was about it. Like
For sure. Nah, you was definitely a help, man. You work so hard, boy. You probably one of the hardest working dudes I know for anything. Like, it don't matter what it is. That basketball team was hilarious, though.
If you look at it, though, we was low-key stacked, too.
Yeah, we was.
That team was stacked. Like,
We was.
if that team would have stayed together.
Oh, man. I say that all the time, man. If that team would have stayed together, like, all the way during high school, bro, we would have messed around one state. And,
We would have been some things, for sure.
yeah, one districts, all that. We would have did big things. I say that all the time. You, me, Eris, Ty. So many, man. So many, man. It was a good team. We had a great team, though. Shout out to Coach Butch.
It was Cupcake. That's my man.
Yeah, for sure. For sure, man. I miss them days, man.
I remember hooping in elementary, getting buckets at practice at what you call it, recess.
Yeah, recess for sure.
Recess was fun.
Yeah, we used to be clowning in
Buckets
recess.
all the time.
We had a funny class, man. Like, our whole class was straight characters, man. Hilarious.
That's the best way to describe it. Just characters.
Characters, man. I mean, from the guys and girls, we had some funny girls too, like hilarious characters. We had a lot of bad females though. You know what I'm saying? Back in the day.
Yeah, a little something.
We had I think about it, we grew up with a lot of solid chicks.
Yeah.
For sure. Them days. Me and Cam be talking about them days all the time. Them were some of the most fun days I had.
Crazy, man. I feel like you're getting old.
I know, right?
Can't believe it.
I was thinking the other day, like, man, I just turned 24. Like, whoa.
That's what somebody was like, man, you turned 25 this year, B. I'm like, yeah. They're like, you halfway to 30. I'm like, man, chill out, man. Like, you ain't got to be bringing that up.
It's real out here, man. It's real out here. I still feel like we back in middle school, but
Man.
it's crazy. It's getting real. Yeah, Asian. Getting older. You want any kids eventually?
Yeah, man. I honestly, I want twin boys just so they can ball.
Oh, yeah.
Just so they can ball.
That's possible for you, you know.
I know, because I'm a quadruplet, so it's
very
a chance.
possible.
But, everybody thinks I'm going to end up with all girls. I'm like, man.
I can see that too, though.
I just need my boys, man.
Yeah, for sure.
What
I can
about
see
you?
that. Oh, yeah, definitely. Definitely want some kids, man, of my own. At least 3 or 4. You know what I'm saying?
You trying to get the whole
Athletes.
hoop team out there.
Yeah, I want some athletes.
Sure.
But, at the end of the day, if I can't get no athletes, they're gonna be great in school though. So
Yeah,
it's all
that's
good.
all it matters,
You know what I'm saying?
That's what I said. Like, a lot of people think because I've got that athletic background, I want my kids to play sports.
Yeah.
In reality, I don't care. I just
Yeah,
want
that's
them to
me
be
too.
Successful in whatever they do.
Yep. It's up in the air. You know what I'm saying? As long as they happy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? For sure. As long as they happy though. You know what I'm saying? That's all that matters. Doing whatever it is that they want to do in life. So, where do you see Brandon Sean? And I know this is like a cliche-ish question, but where do you see Brandon Sean in 5 to 10 years? Doing what you're trying to do, doing what you're trying to accomplish. Where you see yourself?
I definitely see myself as a head coach.
Mm-hmm.
I actually had an interview for a head coach this past year. I made it to the final round.
Okay,
so
then.
The guy who's older, so I feel like I'm confident for like the next couple of years I'll be able to get that.
Mm-hmm.
I actually see myself owning a gym and not training no more. That's a big goal for mine, is to own the gym, make the money, and not be doing that.
A gym as far as like a 24-hour.
Nah, kind of
LA Fitness.
like more like a like them personal trainer type gyms where you go in,
Okay.
you got your trainer,
Mm-hmm.
and that's it. But I want to do it big. I want to have a basketball court, a football
Sure.
field, like everything. I want to make it real big.
All-purpose type.
Yeah, all-purpose type of gym. Yeah, one of them type, really.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I see that. See my real estate, finally taking off by that point.
Mm-hmm.
And, probably having a family by then. Or starting it, at least.
That's what I like to hear. Again, I love to see all my homies doing good, man. Keeping y'all head on y'all shoulders. Setting goals and accomplishing them. You know what I mean? We all out here trying to get to the bag, at the end of the day.
Any way.
By any means. Yeah, man. So, I like to, I was going to have you, partake in a couple beverages, but you know you a coach and everything. I ain't trying to get you.
Coach Sean, man.
Yeah, I ain't trying to get no heat on you. You know what I'm saying? Cause I had some stuff I was gonna do with you, but I was like, nah, I'll be Sean out here doing this thing, coaching and everything. So you know, we gonna save that for another episode.
Sure.
But yeah, man, thank you for coming through for sure. Again, I'm proud of you, brother. I'm always watching you from a distance. Of course, I know we don't talk every day, but that's all right. No love lost.
Get it, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You my boy to the end of time. You know what I'm saying? And you gotta. Oh yeah, before we get off of this, I need you to say it on camera. You gonna come out with me and Cam and turn up, man.
All right, yeah. All right, I'm done playing with y'all. I'm coming. Next time y'all go, I'm coming. Y'all listen. Here's what you gotta do. You just gotta come get me or be like, "Hey, B, I'm on my way. I'll be there in 20."
For sure.
I ain't got no other option but to come.
For sure.
Because y'all know I'm a homebody for real, man. Like, I make appearances, but I only make them so often. So, yeah, I got you.
For sure.
Next one, I'm coming. It's on camera. It's on the record.
Yeah, it's on the record. We got it on the record. Well, yeah, appreciate you, my brother.
Always,
for sure.
Man.
Again, make sure y'all subscribe. Turn on the post notifications so you be notified for every episode. Follow us at Drinks and Convos on every platform. All right. Make sure you share the videos and all the content that I'm dropping with your family, your mother, your brother, your auntie, your cousins, everybody. And follow Brandon at Dreamcatcher513 and Dreamcatcher, and also Coach Sean on Twitter, man. All right. Be on the lookout. It's the next big thing right here. All right. We out. Drinks and Convos. This is Drinks and Convos, episode 5, baby. Peace.